Here's a stat that'll melt your brain like ice cream on a Texas sidewalk. 1.7 billion people don't have a bank account. That's not just a number, that's 1 out of every 5 humans completely locked out of the financial system. And yet, many of them have smartphones. They've got internet, which means they're about 1 app download away from joining an entirely new economy, one that doesn't care about credit checks, red tape, or we're closed on Sundays. That's crypto. Not just some speculative casino for nerds and billionaires, but a system designed to flip money, ownership, and power upside down. Quick disclaimer before we jump in, this video is for education and entertainment only, not financial advice. Don't YOLO your rent money into Dogecoin because a guy with a YouTube channel said revolution. All right, let's dive into why crypto is about to blindside the world and why most people aren't ready. Think back to the 90s. The internet was that weird thing nerds used. Most people thought it was useless. Even Bill Gates got laughed at on Letterman for saying the internet would change everything. What happened? Whole industries went extinct. Blockbuster laughed at Netflix, now Blockbuster is a meme. Newspapers mocked blogs, now they're fighting for survival against Substack writers. The internet ripped out the gatekeepers of communication. Before, you needed a publisher, a TV station, or a radio tower. Now, you hit upload. Done. Crypto is doing the exact same thing, but with value, with money, with ownership. You don't need permission from a bank. You don't need approval from a broker. You don't even need your government's blessing. With crypto, you become your own bank. In 1995, less than 1% of the world used the internet. People thought it was a toy. Today, you literally can't function without it. Crypto is at the same stage now, tiny adoption, but inevitable scale. And that's why this isn't just about memes or monkey JPEGs. It's about the biggest shift in ownership humanity's ever seen. Here's the dirty little secret. You don't really own your digital life. Your money? A bank can freeze it. Your social media account can vanish overnight with one policy violation. Even your music, games, or ebooks aren't really yours. You just rent them from platforms. Crypto flips that. If you hold the private key, it's yours. Nobody can take it, freeze it, or quietly ban you. During the Canadian trucker protests, the government froze bank accounts of people donating to the cause. Agree or disagree with the politics? The bigger point is scary. Centralized money means your finances can be turned off. Some people switched to Bitcoin donations that couldn't be stopped. Venezuelans escaping hyperinflation used crypto wallets to store value that their collapsing national currency couldn't. Families literally carried their savings across borders in digital wallets the government couldn't touch. Ownership without permission isn't just about finance. It's about freedom. And once you realize that, you start to notice just how broken our current financial system really is. Let's be honest, our financial system is duct tape and chewing gum pretending to be modern. Wire transfers take days. Banks close on weekends. International payments get slapped with outrageous fees. It's like trying to stream Netflix through a fax machine. Crypto makes that whole circus look like a flip phone. I can send Bitcoin to someone in Japan in 10 minutes. I can swap stablecoins on a Sunday night while banks are asleep. It's money moving at the speed of the internet. El Salvador made Bitcoin legal tender. Why? Because 70% of their citizens didn't have bank accounts, but nearly everyone had a smartphone. Now people send money home without Western Union gobbling up 10% in fees. Farmers in Kenya have used DeFi lending platforms to get microloans their banks wouldn't approve. That's not just finance, that's survival. And if you think that's wild, wait until you hear about the JPEGs that sold for millions and why they're not actually about art. Yes, NFTs got memed into oblivion because of cartoon apes, but that's like saying the internet is just for cat videos. You're missing the point. NFTs are digital proof of ownership. They're not pictures. They're receipts that say, this unique thing belongs to me. An indie musician can sell NFTs of their songs directly to fans, no label needed. Your college degree could live on-chain as an NFT. No faking, no lost records. Even medical files and IDs could be NFTs. Permanent, secure, controlled by you. Beeple's $69 million NFT sale at Christie's wasn't about hype. It was about the art world admitting, okay, this is real now. TikTok stars have sold viral moments as NFTs, turning fleeting internet fame into permanent income streams. NFTs aren't about JPEGs. They're about a programmable layer of ownership. And if NFTs are about ownership, DAOs are about something even how humans organize themselves without bosses. DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. Sounds like a Marvel villain, but here's the deal. Imagine a company with no CEO, no boardroom, no bureaucracy, just code, tokens, and people making decisions transparently. It's messy right now. Some DAOs feel like Discord groups with a piggy bank, but the potential? Huge. Constitution DAO, a random online collective, raised $47 million in a week to try to buy a copy of the U.S. Constitution. They lost, but proved DAOs could mobilize millions instantly. Ukraine DAO raised over $6 million in crypto to support humanitarian aid during the war. No government middlemen. Just people acting fast. DAOs are the future of how clubs, nonprofits, and maybe even governments could work. And DAOs are just one piece of something even bigger, the upgrade of the entire internet, Web 3. Web 1, read-only. Static websites? Web 2, ride and write. Social media. But you're the product. Your time, data, and content get monetized by platforms. Web 3, read, write, own. Own your posts, own your followers, own your data. Platforms can't shadow ban you or delete your life with a click. Lens Protocol is building social platforms where you own your audience. Imagine if Twitter banned you, but you took your followers with you instantly. That's Web 3. If this clicked for you so far, say hello in the comments. I want to see how many of you are ready for a Web 3 future. But Web 3 isn't even the final form, because the next phase is tokenizing literally everything. Soon, it won't just be coins on chain. It'll be everything. Fractional ownership of Manhattan skyscrapers, tokenized carbon credits that you can trade, even betting on your favorite athlete's future earnings. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is openly investing in tokenization of real-world assets, like bonds and real estate. If Wall Street is saying this is the future, it's not just hype. So if this is so revolutionary, why doesn't everyone see it? Because right now, crypto is messy, the apps are clunky, the jargon is intimidating, and yes, scams and rug pulls dominate headlines. Mt. Gox collapsed in 2014. FTX imploded in 2022. Billions vanished. People screamed, "See, crypto is a scam." But here's the catch. Bitcoin didn't crash. Ethereum didn't crash. The tech kept running. It was humans failing, not the blockchain. Crypto today is where the internet was in 2003. Awkward, clunky, and full of spam. But foundations are being laid right now that will quietly reshape everything. Which brings us to the final point. The revolution isn't coming. It's already here. You're not early because of price charts. You're early because the infrastructure is still being built in real time. PayPal now lets users buy and transfer crypto. Stripe has onboarded crypto payments. Starbucks is experimenting with NFT loyalty programs. Nike is launching digital sneakers. Even J.P. Morgan, the bank whose CEO once called Bitcoin a fraud, now runs blockchain payment rails. The critics are slowly becoming the adopters. Crypto isn't just money. It's identity, it's creativity, it's global coordination. When the dust settles, crypto won't be something you speculate on. It'll be something you use every day without even realizing it. Remember the 1.7 billion people without bank accounts? Many of them will leapfrog the entire banking system and jump straight into crypto. And when that happens, the game doesn't just change, it resets. If this gave you something to think about, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and send it to that one friend who still thinks NFTs are just monkey pictures. This is bigger than price charts. This is the future. And the craziest part? You're already part of it. Let's keep building.